Do you realize how powerful you are? Let me tell you something. A lot of people talk about somebody. You be quiet. You don't fit in their equation. You don't fit in their conversation. So some people have a problem with you because you don't get along with what they're saying. You don't go along with it. You got nothing to say about it. You don't want to put your 2 cents in it because you got to keep your 2 cents in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Go in a party and be quiet all night. Somebody gonna say you're weird, but you're silent. What'd he say? He didn't say nothing. What'd she say? She didn't say nothing, but they don't talk. They didn't realize that you kept your energy to yourself and they want to pull from your energy. See, they wait for you to say something so they can react to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's your name? You ain't got to tell nobody your name. Are you single or not? You ain't got to say a word. You know what I'm saying? You can't make nobody say a word. So they get mad at you. They spirit can't pull nothing from you. So when you're silent, you giving off this aura that, hey, I'm not to be messed with right now. I'm not to be touched right now. I'm not to be talked to right now. I'm in my own little world over here, minding my business. So I suggest you to mind your business and your world, because if I had to come out of my world, then I'm gonna mess up your world. You hear what I'm saying? And that's real.
Y'all ever notice that people don't be liking the quiet people, like the people that just sit back and observe? So if you're in a setting around people that you don't really know like that, or if you're in a meeting, you start a new job, whatever the case may be, and you're the person that sits and observes, you don't really say too much. You give your input when your input is needed, but you don't be trying to overtalk. You don't be trying to over explain. You're just kind of just sitting back, observing the scenery, trying to feel everybody out and kind of place everybody where they're supposed to be placed. I've realized that a lot of people don't like those type of people. See, I'm that type of person. When I walk into a room or if I'm in a setting where I don't know people like that, I just kind of be quiet. I kind of sit back. I smile. I'm kind. My energy is there. But if I don't know you, I try to fill out your energy before I actually open my energy up to you. And a lot of people do not like that. They feel uncomfortable around people that are too quiet and reserved and laid back because they're used to people trying to do too much. So the people that just sit back, relax, and chill, that don't be doing too much, honestly, they dominate a lot of power because you're like mysterious in a sense. And people are going to flock to you more because they're trying to understand why you're so quiet or why you are the way that you are without you even realizing it. Like the energy that you give off without even saying nothing is louder than everybody speaking in that room. That's why people don't be liking you, or that's why people feel the need to try to figure you out when it really ain't nothing to figure out. But you figuring them out, trying to figure you out. It's crazy. Like people really don't be liking motherfuckers that's just laid back, quiet, and reserved to themselves.
Why, as a popular loner, people will try to deem you as conceited, stuck up, or just put a negative connotation with it? It is because you trigger the hell out of them. These are the type of people that are very fake, and they put on masks and they become different personalities and different people no matter who they're around. Like they switch it up and they hang around a lot of people they don't even like. So the fact that you have clear boundaries and you're set on, I'm not going to do that if it doesn't make me comfortable. I'm not really here to be seen by everybody. Like none of that stuff matters to you. You care about the bigger pictures in life and you are comfortable being in your own energy. That shit pisses them off. It pisses them off because they try their hardest to be liked. They try their hardest to do whatever they feel like people expect of them, whereas you are just being yourself and you don't care about that kind of thing, but yet people still gravitate towards you. They don't understand how, when they're putting on their best act, their best show, their multiple different personalities they decipher from another person that they've came across, why is it that people gravitate towards you? Or why is it that you don't care about other people's opinion like they do? What do you mean that you are confident in yourself and you don't need other people to let you know who you are? What do you mean that you're comfortable in your own energy? This is literally how they think, because they can't sit alone with themselves for more than 5 seconds without being disgusted by who they are and what they feel. They do a good job most of the time and fooling a lot of people because they've learned to wear their mask and wear it proudly. So people may think these people are, confident or just these outgoing people, when in reality they're masking a lot of insecurities that they use in order to justify the way that they act, the way that they think. These are the people that will tell you you're doing too much for having boundaries, you're overthinking. It's just like, why are you acting like that? Like just do this, just do that. That's because they just do that and they just do this because they have no backbone and they care more about what people think about them because that's how they thrive in life. If people didn't like them or if everybody turned against them, they would literally lose their minds and they would feel like nothing and not want to be here. And I'm not being funny. These people really thrive off of other people validating their existence. When you're not like that, and you can see through BS and you're very intuitive, it scares them because it's like they feel seen. It's like, how can you see past the mask that no one else saw past? And they've been able to fool multiple people, but when they get around somebody like you with pure, genuine energy, they don't know how to take you. They don't know how to understand you. So they have to say you're full of yourself, you're stuck up, put any bad connotation to you because they don't want to accept the fact that they don't like you for no reason. The reason is it's not that they don't like you, they don't like themselves. The reality is you don't have to try because you're being yourself, you're being authentic. Whereas they pulled out their best stop, I'm putting on my best show, and it's still not working. It's still not hitting the way they want it to hit. So they're pissed and they feel seen. And meanwhile, you don't even care about any of that and you're still getting low.
Birds of a feather flock together. As I've said before, influential people will always receive some type of hate. A strong personality will incite strong reactions. There will be groups of people or people that gang up on you that because they don't like you, that is the only thing that makes them have something in common. Somebody chooses to not like me for whatever reason or trying to always find something negative with what I do. Naturally, they're usually going to be close or gravitate towards the other people who do the same thing. If you have a hater and then they find another person that hates you, they're going to be besties off the simple fact that, hey, we both hate this person. Let's talk about them. Let's gossip. We have something in common now. Do you know how powerful you have to be for people to need to do that? Yet you're still standing on your own. Ever since I was younger, I used to feel like an outcast, but now I realize it is really a superpower that I can stand by myself and be 10 times more powerful than a whole group of people that hate me or try to throw dirt on me or my name or whatever. That is some powerful shit. And that's why people feel like they even need to gang up on you in the first place. Because if they felt they could take you down on their own, they would. But since nothing they've tried has worked, they have to find others to try to have the same goal to bring you down. This is why God's chosen ones will usually be the people who are isolated. Because we believe in quality over quantity. We're not going to relate to a lot of people because y'all don't see the world the way that we do. Either way, my point is, don't let it discourage you and don't let it deter you. If anything, let it fuel you as the motivation that it is. You are that powerful that people feel like they need others to try to bring you down, yet you're still standing on your 10 motherfucking toes.
People feel very threatened by the fact that certain people don't necessarily need people, and not in a bad way, but they're just very self-secure, very independent. And regardless of who comes and goes in their life, they remain unshakable. And a lot of people will like the charisma, the confidence of these people and be drawn to it, striking up conversation and maybe even eventually friendship. But in this friendship, their own insecurities rise to the surface. You see, this person's independence starts to feel like a threat to them, especially if this person is depending on the independent individual for energy, intellect, entertainment. And they'll start to realize a power imbalance that they created themselves. They put this person on a pedestal, they became dependent on them, and one day they realize this isn't mutual in all the same ways. I'm building codependency on an individual that is independent. And eventually their mind works and leads them to the fact that that just won't work. And instead of reflecting or doing some introspection and wondering about how or why they have to toxically depend on others to exist and affirm themselves, they'll instead turn resentful to this independent individual and repeat the cycle that made this person independent in the first place. When you see somebody is very self-assured, when they're standing out on their own, it's because they've had no other choice. They've been disregarded, ostracized, set aside, and left behind by their pack. Just because they've acquired skills that come from isolation doesn't mean they're a threat to you and doesn't mean you have to build a power imbalance that makes you feel threatened. In fact, when you see these signs in the individual, it's actually a sign this person needs more empathy. They need more healthy relationship. They need people that actually show up for them and not what they can offer. People that are able to exist alone probably didn't choose it, and they would probably have it another way if possible. Being independent and being hyper independent is something that comes after years and years of neglect. It's often coupled with PTSD, sometimes depression, and many other mental illnesses, just for starters. What you see in front of you is a person that can manage things well only because they have no other choice, because nobody else is there. The skills that you fear, the independence you may be envious of, is just a testament to all the sacrifices that were made on their behalf without them even having a say in it.
It seems like when you're the quiet black girl or woman in the workplace, that you would think it would be peaceful and you would be under the radar, But unprovokingly, you trigger people who are bothered by your quietness. And like I said, it's even more of a struggle when you're a black girl or woman in the work environment, especially in a corporate environment or any work environment. Because when we're quiet, it causes people to really feel the need to do research and study us and investigate. It triggers them to want to learn more about us and try to understand why are we so quiet. It seems as if we can't be quiet in peace because it comes off as if we're not a team player, or as if we're being passive or dismissive and we have a bad attitude because we're quiet. It's not looked at as we're just peaceful. It's not looked at as we're just very serious about our work and we just want to get in, do our jobs, and go home. It's not looked at as maybe we have social anxiety and we do better in more of a peaceful or solo setting. No, we can't be quiet in peace because it seems as though it sets us up for sabotage. Because we're quiet, it triggers people who feel rejected by us because we're not kissing up to them, or we're not trying to be friendly with them or make friends with them. We keep it professional, we keep it cordial. But like I said, it's not good enough for someone who feels rejected. Because if you're not trying to be their friend, if you're not kissing up to them, they feel as if you think you're better than them. As if you're on this high horse and their goal is to try to knock you off of it with sabotage. So they'll start nitpicking your work, finding things to pick at you on, or setting you up for failure by not providing the resources, not providing the work tools or supplies that you need, not giving you information that you are supposed to be given to perform your job. Sabotage, 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 and scrutiny. Black women and black girls can't be quiet in the work environment because when we're quiet, it's always misunderstood. When we're quiet, it's always looked at as negative. We deserve to be able to be in a work environment and do our jobs and go home. But the sad truth is, it triggers people when you're quiet because it makes their mind wonder, what are you thinking? Why are you so quiet? And who do you think you are?
When you are a popular loner, people think they have access to your peace because they love your presence. It don't work that way. It don't work that way. And you may think, what is a popular loner? Because people hate that term when they don't understand it. It basically just means you are a person that is admired, but you choose solitude over social circles or trying to be in everybody's face. You move with quiet confidence, so you're attracting people without even trying. It's just you, it's your aura, it's your essence. So a lot of the times people will get addicted to that and feel like that means access. A lot of the times people will want access to you that they have not earned. Yeah. And they're like, well, I love you, I support you, or, we want to hang around you. But they don't respect your boundaries. They look at it as it's a personal attack to them, when in reality, it just shows your level of discernment. It shows how comfortable you are with sitting with yourself. Especially because in this world, a lot of the times, people will just hang on to connections and hang on to things that don't align with them. And then wonder why they're drained or why they just feel like everything around them's fake, but they stay in it. And when you're somebody who you see through things, you see through it, you can't fake it. Your spirit just won't allow you to sit with things that don't sit right. A lot of the times people believe that because they like you, that they should have access to you. Or because you have this magnetic presence, it just comes along with being able to be invasive. Love without boundaries becomes invasive, detrimental. I know y'all seen the Eminem story of Stan. Listen, you even see it with a lot of celebrities go through it. How many times have you seen a celebrity go somewhere and then people are like, well, I don't like how they act. I don't like how, they act so standoffish, or whatever the case may be. As if because you support that person, you're entitled to their personal proximity and boundaries. And a lot of the people who don't respect that, 9 times out of 10, want to overstep them. Support doesn't mean entitlement. And popular loners don't even have to be on the level of celebrities. People are mentally placing them on these hierarchies and then getting mad because they have boundaries. getting mad because they don't have access. And the reality is, support, admiration does not mean entitlement. It's not about thinking that you're better. It's about knowing that you deserve better. It's about understanding that I've already seen how that story plays out, and I'm not signing up for the sequel. Especially when you're somebody who has been kind to people, genuine, and you have people turn on you out of jealousy, out of things you can't control, okay, because you trigger things in them that they feel they don't have. It's not about you not liking people or thinking you're better. It's about you like yourself so much that you're not going to shrink yourself to be around things that don't align. I know y'all hear the trees. When you've already been through the fake love, okay, the fake situations, the fake people, whatever the case may be, fake friends, you are going to protect your boundaries at all cost. You'll be open to being friends with people who are on the same alignment. You're not chasing those friends. You're not chasing those people. It aligns. It's a difference. Remember, people will want the gift without the investment. People will want your time and energy without the investment. People always feel entitled to things that they didn't earn. And when you shut it down, then you become the villain. But if you have to be the villain so that you are your own hero and your own peace, then so be it. I'm an oracle and a tarot reader on here. And I also make content. And I always say, I never let anybody make me feel any type of way about the fact that I don't give out services for free. Because why do you feel entitled to my energy for free? My time. I know it's valuable, and you're telling me that you think that it's not. So we're not in alignment, and I'm not for you. And when you practice exclusivity, it triggers people who only know love without boundaries.